All right, guys, this is one of my favorite drills for like running athletes if we're trying to get the glutes activated or core stability muscles turned on. And honestly, it's just a really good functional pattern to strengthen. All we need, Swiss ball and a wall or a door or something that preferably doesn't move unless we're going for reaction time training. But what we're doing here is we're gonna get a good amount of pressure through the ball into the wall. So we're bringing the feet back and we're kind of like almost doing like a standing plank, but there's a good amount of force through this Swiss ball into the wall. Like I'm trying to push this over. From there, we're gonna be pushing into the ground with one leg as we lift the opposite knee up towards the ball, and then we're gonna alternate. But my stomach is drawn in, it's pulled in towards my spine. And as I step, the glute on the leg that is connected with the ground is contracting as I flex my other hip. So as I do this, my left leg pushing down and back into the ground, my glute is contracting on the left side as I get to maximal right hip flexion. Because remember, when you're trying to, if you're going into glute contraction and hip extension, we actually get more relative hip extension with opposite hip flexion. That's kind of hard to think about, but as your system is winding up and this hip is in extension now, as this hip goes into flexion, this hip is in more relative extension in comparison, which actually gives us a better contraction of that glute. So you can transfer that into a pattern just like we would use running, and where we're wanting to almost use that scooter method, like where we're pulling our body through and we're using the posterior chain to propel us forward. As we're here, pushing into the wall, contract left glute, contract right glute. Going up, I just hold for about a half second. Again, core transverse abdominis is drawn in. And I typically have patients do 10 to 15 reps on each side, 20 to 30 reps total, before we take a break or shift into another exercise if this is in a circuit. So this is really good pattern training when we're working on mind-muscle connection and firing patterns within a stride. And it's just a really good overall core stability exercise that doesn't require a lot of equipment. So try that one out, let us know what you think. Thanks, guys.